back to the Island Watch, your favorite daily program. Dive into everything happening in Asia Pacific. What a packed week in Seoul, South Korea, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. From high-stakes legal drama to tech giants making massive AI moves, it feels like the whole country is buzzing with activity.
No kidding. Let's kick things off with some of that legal drama. Former President Yoon Suk Yeol is facing a pretty significant week. We're looking at a crucial bail hearing this Friday at the Seoul Central District Court, following his second arrest on martial law-related charges and the first session of his second trial kicking off for separate allegations. That's a lot for one person in 1 week.
It really is. It underscores the intense legal scrutiny we're seeing at the highest levels. And speaking of high-profile individuals, former Defense Minister Lee Jong-sup was just questioned again this week, this time as a suspect in allegations of government interference in a 2023 military probe. This is his second appearance with the special counsel since July.
Right, the investigation into Marine Corporal Cha Soo-gun's death. The article mentions Lee initially approved the Marine Corps probe results, then later rescinded them after a phone call with former President Yoon Suk Yeol. That connection is certainly raising eyebrows, especially concerning high-level interference in such a sensitive case.
It absolutely does. And while the judiciary is busy, the government ministries aren't sitting still either. The Ministry of Science and ICT just convened major companies to emphasize enhanced cybersecurity and CEO responsibility, especially after recent data breaches. Second Vice Science Minister Ryu Jae-myung even urged immediate security inspections, calling it a grave situation.
Goodness. So on one hand, you have intense political and legal battles, and on the other, the government is scrambling to protect its digital infrastructure. It's a dual challenge. And the Ministry of Economy and Finance was even in Paris co-hosting a seminar discussing corporate governance for state-owned enterprises and their role in the AI economy with the OECD, multitasking on a national scale.
Definitely. But let's shift gears to something a bit more forward-looking, shall we? Big news from Kakao. Their hugely popular chat app, KakaoTalk, is integrating OpenAI's generative AI service, ChatGPT.
That's huge. Nearly 50 million KakaoTalk users will get access to generative AI starting next month in October. Kakao CEO Chung Shi-na said it's all about lowering the entry barrier to artificial intelligence and connecting global AI technologies with their extensive local user base. That's a game changer for AI accessibility.
It really is. Imagine having advanced AI capabilities right there in your everyday messaging app. It democratizes AI in a big way. And speaking of significant business moves, South Korean biopharmaceutical giant Celltrion just announced a massive acquisition in the US.
Oh, yes. They're buying a production facility from Eli Lilly for 460 billion won, or about $330 million, with plans to invest another 700 billion won for expansion. Chairman So Jung-jin said it's aimed at fundamentally eliminating risks from imminent US tariff hikes. That's a proactive strike against trade tensions.
Exactly. It allows them to create a full one-stop supply chain in the US, spanning from drug manufacturing to commercialization, a smart strategic play to ensure global independence and secure their operational presence within the American market.
Absolutely. So from legal sagas and government interventions to cutting-edge AI integration and strategic biopharma investments, it's clear South Korea is navigating a dynamic landscape right now. A truly eventful week, and definitely one to keep watching. Thanks for tuning in to Island Watch, everyone. We'll catch you next week for more updates.